Mac McClung is a 3-time slam dunk contest champion, but today we're turning him into more than just a dunker by making him the greatest player of all time. Starting in high school, where Mac McClung would take the world by storm with his crazy high school mixtape, where after countless dunks, he would earn a scholarship to Georgetown. But in this universe, instead of playing 3 years in college, he's entering the 2019 NBA draft after his freshman season. But I have no idea where he's going to get drafted because his starting overall is pretty low. But let's see where the big names get drafted. At number 1, Ja Morant goes to the Pelicans instead of Zion. Grizzlies have the number 2 pick. They're going to take Zion. And I guess at this point, we just sit here until Mac McClung gets drafted. Goga's going to go number 4 to the Lakers. That's kind of surprising. Mac McClung is not going to go in the top 5. Kobe White goes to the Bulls just like real life. Tyler Hero's going to go to the Atlanta Hawks. Bol goes number 10, so Mac McClung falls out of the top 10. Well, I can't really say falls because he's not that good to start with. Mac McClung's going to fall out of the lottery. Low-key, he might even fall out of the first round. Darius Garland fell all the way to pick 21. And as we're nearing the end of the first round, Ty Jerome goes to the Warriors. 2 more picks until Mac McClung falls. Keldon Johnson gets picked by the Spurs. And with the last pick of the first round, Mac McClung's going to drop to round 2. Jordan Poole falls to pick number 39. And with the 48th pick, Mac McClung finally gets selected. He's going to be a New York Knick. So he is starting from the bottom as a 70 overall. He's teammates with Jordan Poole. And the Knicks got RJ Barrett just like real life. And this roster looks pretty bad. They have DeAndre Jordan as their best player. And then all the way at the bottom of the roster, they have Mac McClung and Jordan Poole. But at the beginning of every season, we get to help Mac McClung out by picking from this upgrade wheel. And for the first upgrade of the video, we're gonna land on +5 overall. That's a great start. So before playing a single NBA game, Mac McClung's gonna move up to a 75 overall. And now he's actually in the rotation as the 9th man in the lineup. But he's gonna need a lot of upgrades because the goal of this video is for Mac McClung to retire with a better resume than LeBron James and Michael Jordan. In Mac McClung's NBA debut, they're gonna beat the Raptors, and he dropped 9 points in 15 minutes. And Mac McClung's gonna make the 2020 dunk contest, but he's gonna lose to Derrick Jones Jr. On top of that, he's not gonna win the Rookie of the Year with Zion averaging 28 points a game, but he's gonna make the All-Rookie second team averaging 13 points a game. But he's gonna have to wait for his first playoff run. The Knicks are all the way down to the 15th seed. They're the worst team in the conference. I hope that means they can at least get something good in the draft lottery. They have the 3rd best odds to get the number 1 overall pick, and they jump to number 1. And in the NBA draft, you know what we have to do. We're gonna go ahead and draft Anthony Edwards to the New York Knicks. That is huge. He starts out as a 79. LaMelo fell all the way down to the 5th pick. But now hopefully we have our future backcourt with Mac McClung and Anthony Edwards. Speaking of Mac McClung, player progression has him going up to a 76 now. They somehow got Michael Porter Jr. in the offseason. And on top of that, Mac McClung's about to get even better because at the start of season 2, we get to give him another upgrade. And this one is close to the middle, but he's going to get +1 to all his finishing badges. Before these upgrades, he was a 76 overall. Now he's a 77. He might be the starting point guard over Jeff Teague. Never mind, they still want to start Jeff Teague, but Mac McClung's going to be the 6th man. But right before the trade deadline, the Knicks just traded Jeff Teague, which means Mac McClung's a full-time starter. But I guess they moved him to the starting lineup earlier because he started most of his games. And in his 2nd season, they put him back in the dunk contest. It's the same exact contestants, except Tatum swapped out Derrick Jones Jr. For the first dunk, Mac McClung just pulled out a Jackson Hayes dunk package. But with that terrible dunk, it's no surprise that Mac McClung's gonna lose his 2nd straight dunk contest. Westbrook just won MVP on the Timberwolves. LaMelo's gonna win the Rookie of the Year over Anthony Edwards and the 6th man of the year. Garland wins MIP. He fell all the way to the 21st pick, and now he's actually really good. Ben Simmons is on the All-NBA first team. He was also an All-Star captain. And the Knicks once again don't even make the playoffs. As for Mac McClung, in season 2, he's up to 22 points a game. Oh my gosh, they just let the Raptors get Luka Doncic from the Mavericks. Why did they let him go? That's crazy because in this universe, Kawhi ended up staying with the Raptors. Also, KD stayed with the Warriors. I'm happy Mac McClung didn't get drafted to a team in the West. And before I forget, let me show Anthony Edwards' rookie stats. He averaged 20 points a game. But now as we go to the draft lottery, the Knicks have the 10th best odds. I didn't even mean to sim the actual thing. Let's see who they can get in the draft with pick number 10. We have Kuminga and Jalen Suggs on the board. Those low-key might be the best 2 picks. Whoa, Jalen Johnson is down here. He has all-star potential. I feel like they might do him dirty in 2K. Like, will he progress? I don't really know. low. Jalen Suggs has all-NBA potential, and then Kuminga has all-star potential. They also have Cam Thomas down here. He has all-star potential. But because we have our two guards in Anthony Edwards and Mac McClung, I'm definitely going to get either Kuminga or Jalen Johnson. I think I'm going to go Kuminga because I just don't trust the fact that 2K is going to make Jalen Johnson as good as he is in real life. So Kuminga, welcome to New York. In player progression, Mac McClung's going to stay a 77 overall. We're going to need an upgrade fast. And for his season 3 upgrade, please keep going. Where? Oh my gosh, we just got any rating to 99. Obviously, I want to upgrade an attribute that's low, like a 99 three-pointer would be great, but it's already at an 80. If I were to put his draw foul from a 56 to a 99, he would move from a 77 to a 79 overall, but I feel like that's not high enough. A lot of his attributes are in the 70s, like his interior defense is 45, but that and like rebound, if I put that up, it doesn't move his overall, or maybe it goes up by 1, just because he's a point guard and those are big man attributes. I could put his intangibles up. His intangible starts at a 30, and if I put it all the way up to 99, he goes from a 77 to an 81, but I don't think that attribute actually does anything. I'm still contemplating doing it for the overall change. Actually, no, I'm not doing that. I could do like strength. That's not gonna help that much. Defensive consistency could be good. I'm gonna see how much that gets his overall up, and it looks like it's only gonna move it up by 1. Maybe we just go with draw foul. Yeah, draw foul it is. So we're gonna be moving him from a 77 to a 79 at the start of his 3rd season. Hopefully that means he can get fouled more and average more points a game from the free throws. In the 2022 dunk contest, Mac McClung and Anthony Edwards are both in it. Hopefully one of them can win. Why are Mac McClung and Anthony Edwards glazing Zion? They really just glazed the dude who beat them in the dunk contest. This is how I know we're in an alternate universe. DeAndre Ayton just won the Defensive Player of the Year, and James Wiseman just won Most Improved. But anyway, in Mac McClung's 3rd season, he's gonna drop in points per game, but he stays around the same output. But that's because they had 4 people on the team average 17 points a game or more. But even with this big 4, the Knicks failed to make the playoffs once again. Nah, don't tell me DeAndre Ayton has a finals MVP. That is disgraceful to the sport of basketball. Let's go to the draft lottery, see what pick the Knicks can get. They have the 6th best odds. They have a 5.3% chance to get the 1st pick, and they drop to 7. Let's see who's available at pick number 7. We have Keegan Murray, Mathurin, Dyson. I don't know why Johnny Davis is here. Jalen Duren is still available. Keegan Murray has all NBA potential. I might take him. I did not expect that. Benedict Mathurin and Dyson Daniels and Johnny Davis have all-star potential. Jalen Duren has a starter ceiling. I kind of wanted to take him, but I guess not. Jaden Sharp also has all NBA potential, but I think I'm just going to trust 2K and take Keegan Murray. And it looks like Keegan Murray was a pretty good pick. He has one of the highest overalls here. Chet went to the Thunder just like real life. And also, I didn't show this earlier in the video, but Cade went to the Pistons just like real life. So at the start of season number 4, Mac McClung jumps up to a 78. That's crazy. Kuminga's higher than him now. He barely even played his rookie year. And they also have Anthony Edwards as an 84, RJ's an 86, and MPJ's an 87. This squad is looking good. We just need to get Mac McClung as good as everyone else. But now's the chance for that as we get to spin the upgrade wheel for the 4th time. And in season number 4, he almost gets 99 potential. He's going to get his defensive badges up. Before the upgrades, he was a 79 overall, and he stays the same overall. In the 2023 dunk contest, we have Mac McClung and Anthony Edwards making it in back-to-back seasons. But even with the best score after round 1, Mac McClung loses his 4th straight dunk contest. Ben Simmons is going to win the 2023 MVP. James Wiseman dropped down to a 6th man after averaging 26 points a game last season. Oh, that's because Anthony Davis is on the Mavericks all of a sudden. Zion's all the way up to 31 points a game. Meanwhile, Mac McClung has yet to make an All-NBA team, and his points per game dropped even more. Their big 4 played solid, all averaging 18 points a game or more, but the Knicks are still bad. They can't make the playoffs. They're up to the 10th seed at least, and Ben Simmons just won the finals MVP against DeAndre Ayton. But to year 5, we go back to the draft lottery. The Knicks have the 13th best odds to get the 1st pick, and they're going to stay at pick number 13. Let's see who's available at that spot. We have Jarris Walker, Jordan Hawkins, Hood-Schifino, Whitehead, OMP. But under that, we have Derek Lively, who has all-star potential, and because we don't have a center yet, we're going to take him off the board. We have another 1st round pick though. Let's see. Jordan Hawkins is still here. There aren't that many guys with all-star potential. We have Kobe Buffkin, we have Jet Howard, Keontae George is still here. The only thing is we don't really need a guard. I think I'm just going to take Jet Howard because of that. They both have all-star potential. So Jet Howard, welcome to the team. Wemby went number 1 to the Hornets. Low-key, I should have tried to trade up for him, but I'm only going to help the team with drafting, no trades or anything. In player progression, Mac McClung is still a 79. Everybody's just passing him. We're going to need a good upgrade here to help Mac McClung out. Bro, we almost got 99 potential, but we got lowest rating to 99. And thank goodness his intangibles a 29 because he has a 33 offensive rebound and a 39 standing dunk. And with maxed intangibles, he's gonna go up to an 84 overall. So now he's officially better than Jonathan Kuminga and Keegan Murray. Jalen Brunson's on the team now, he didn't really develop. And Mac McClung still has yet to make an All-Star game, even though his teammate Michael Porter Jr. is gonna make it. And finally, after 4 straight dunk contest appearances, they're gonna give up on Mac McClung. I'm glad, because I was not trying to watch any more of him losing in the dunk contest. Also, don't tell me Ben Simmons won another MVP. Wemby's obviously gonna win the Rookie of the Year. James Wiseman's a 6-man again behind Anthony Davis. Chet Holmgren steals Anthony Davis's depoy, and Wembanyama wins Coach of the Year. Marvin Bagley's also on the All-NBA first team, averaging 21 and 15. That is kind of crazy. The second team has Precious on it. Oh my, he averaged 21 and 12. That's kind of crazy. And on the third team, we have Jason Tatum as a Laker now. He left the Nets. De'Aaron went to the Spurs. I guess in the offseason when we started the video, I didn't even realize that. And watch Mac McClung's numbers go down again. They actually went up. He averaged a career high 23 a game. I'm happy to see that. And as for the Knicks, they get even worse, dropping to the 11th seed. The Knicks are poverty just like they were in real life, and they're gonna get the 11th pick. Let's see who's available at that spot. Ooh, this does not look great. Nikola Topic has all-star potential, so does Zach Edey. I might pick up Salon. I feel like in 2K he's good, at least his progression. I'm going for it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking Salon. The rest of the board isn't that great. And do the Knicks have another first-round pick? They don't. Whoa, Dalton Connect is still on the board? I think, yeah, he has all-star potential. There's probably not gonna be that many other people with it. And I know before I said I wasn't picking second-round picks, but I have to take him. Yeah, this draft was just terrible. 73 overalls across the board. Sar was a 75. And then we got Salon at a 71. But I can't believe we got Dalton Connect, who's also a 71 overall. Before we do anything, we're gonna spin this wheel again. Please keep going, bro. We're so close to 99 potential, but we get a random rating to 99. Time to pull out the RNG 1 through 36 for all the attributes. We're getting number 15 to 99. I feel like 15 is gonna be like interior defense or something. Here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Bro, we get his hands to a 99. That was one of the worst things we could have gotten in player progression. Mac McClung is still an 84 overall, bro. We have a good core. We have 6 players that are 84 overall or higher. We have Desmond Bane on the roster. Derek Lively's getting better. I can't even complain about how Mac McClung's been playing. He's been good, but he only has 1 accolade, and we're not going for good. We're going for the GOAT. He's still 24 though, so he definitely has a chance. And I don't know how we got here. The Knicks were, I think, the 11th seed last season, and this season they're gonna finish as the 1st seed. Ben Simmons wins his 3rd MVP in a row. Anthony Black wins the Rookie of the Year, averaging 6 points a game. This draft class was terrible. James Wiseman wins his 3rd 6-man of the year in a row. Precious wins the Defensive Player of the Year, and Scoot's gonna win the Most Improved Player. He's up to 25 points a game in Season 2. Steve Kerr's the coach of the Knicks now. He won Coach of the Year. That's crazy. The Knicks are really up to the 1 seed. Mac McClung's sitting at an 85 overall now. He's 25 years old. He just averaged 24 points a game, so he's getting better, and his assist numbers continue to go up. In Mac McClung's first ever playoff series, they have to play the Raptors, who have Kevin Knox as their best player. Also, Luka went to the Hawks. I was about to say he's not on the Raptors anymore. This is his first season off the team. Watch Trae Young be on the Mavericks. Oh, Trae Young's on the Hawks too. Luka and Trae are on the same team. In Mac McClung's first ever playoff game, he's gonna drop 20, and the Knicks are gonna make it out of the first round in 6. Round 2, they have to face the Bulls led by Kobe White, and this is not looking great for the Knicks. They're down 3-1 to the Bulls. They're gonna force a game 6 and 7, and the Bulls are gonna blow a 3-1 lead. The Knicks are going to the conference finals. Mac McClung led the way with 35 and 9 and 5 steals. Oh my gosh, in the conference finals, they have to play 3 90+ overalls. I don't know how the Sixers weren't the 1 seed, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think the Knicks have a chance. The Sixers are gonna win the first 2 games. They're gonna go up 3-1 against the Knicks. The Knicks force a game 6 and a game 7 again, but this time in game 7, they're gonna get blown out and eliminated from the conference finals. And while the Knicks low-key could have won a ring because a 5 seed in the West made the finals, and the Sixers are gonna win. I can't believe last upgrade we got hands to 99. We're gonna need something good here, and we're gonna be able to add the best free agent to the team. The Knicks were the 1 seed last season. This should help them more, and we're gonna get Cade Cunningham. The only thing that sucks is that Mac McClung is probably gonna move to the bench now. I don't know how Keegan Murray's getting worse at 24 years old. Also, Cade being a 96 at 23 years old is crazy. I didn't even check his averages. Last season, he averaged 31 points a game. Never mind, they have Mac McClung starting and Cade at the 2. Low-key, what I think I'm gonna do though is move Cade to a small forward, make him point guard secondary, and now we have Anthony Edwards starting and John Jonathan Kuminga coming off the bench. Cade and Kuminga are the same height, so I think that makes sense. And with the addition of Cade Cunningham, the Knicks go from 59 wins last season to 64 this season. James Wiseman's gonna win 6th Man of the Year every season. Anthony Black, most improved, averaging 8 points a game is crazy. In this universe, D'Lo's actually really good, and I guess that's me winning Executive of the Year for spinning the wheel and getting Cade Cunningham. Cade's gonna make the All-NBA first team this season. He's down to 25 points a game with how good the team is, but that efficiency is still amazing. But Mac McClung has yet to make an All-NBA team. This season he averaged 21 points a game. He's been pretty consistent, but I want him to take that next step. Oh no, in round 1, the Knicks have to go up against Trey and Luka. I don't know how they're an 8 seed. The Knicks are gonna make it out in 6. And in round 2, they have to go up against Mitchell Robinson, who they released. Or not released, they let him walk after like 1 or 2 seasons. The Knicks are going to take a 2-0 lead though. They can't go up 3-0, but they go up 3-1. And in the conference finals, they have a rematch against Philly. Embiid's a little bit worse, but they have the same core. I'm still kind of scared though. Last time we played them, they almost swept us. This time we have a 1-1 series. Knicks take game 3 and 4 to take a 3-1 lead, and the Knicks are in the finals. In the finals, they have to go up against Anthony Davis, and they might have the best front court in the NBA with Scottie, Paolo, and AD. They also have Maxey, but he's not too great in this universe. And the Knicks are so dominant that they're gonna sweep the Mavericks, and Mac McClung wins his first championship. But Cade's gonna win the finals MVP, meaning Mac McClung's gonna have to wait to win his first one. In order to help him win his first one, we're gonna need luck on our side. Please, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. 99 potential. No, we just got +1 to his rebounding badges. That was as close as it gets, and that was one of the worst things we could have gotten. Mac McClung starting to drop an overall. If we give him his 2 rebounding badges bronze, he's gonna stay in 83. Darren Peterson averages 27 as a rookie. Bro, James Wiseman's gonna be the best 6th man ever. And the Knicks are still amazing, winning 65 games. Darren Peterson on the All-NBA second team as a rookie is insane. Cade's there with him, averaging 27 points a game. And as for Mac McClung, he averaged 23 points a game. And in the first round, the Knicks have to go up against Wemby. This team actually looks pretty good for an 8th seed. Okay, never mind. The Knicks are up 3-0. They're not going to sweep. Can they gentlemen sweep? They can't. The Hornets are going to force a game 7. And they're going to blow a 3-0 lead to an 8 seed. That is insane. They made it kind of close at the end, but not close enough. I can't believe they won a chip last year, and now they can't even make it out of the first round. Watch the Hornets go on to win a championship. Never mind. They just got eliminated, and the Mavericks are gonna win. We need a good upgrade, and we need it now. Please. Yes, finally we get 99 potential. I wanted this at the beginning of the challenge, and I specifically waited before player progression to put this on. And as we go to player progression, please, Mac McClung, he's up to an 89, and he's the 2nd best player on the team. He's peaking late in his career. He's already 27 years old. Hopefully we can get these accolades better soon. Podziemski just won most improved player, averaging 11 points a game. But even with Mac McClung being a 90 overall, he's gonna stay around the same output. The Knicks have the same first round matchup as last year. Let's hope they can actually make it out this time. Okay, this time they're up 3-0 and they're gonna sweep. Round 2, they have to play the Nets. I can't believe Mitchell Robinson is their best player. They're gonna go up 3-1 and they make it out in 5. And in the second round, the Sixers lost, so the Knicks have to play the Heat. It looks like they're gonna make their way back to the finals. They can't go up 3-0. They go up 3-1 though, and they're gonna win in 5. Oh my gosh, the Rockets just blew a 3-1 lead. And instead of facing Darren Peterson, they have to face Jalen Green. But I wish they were playing the Rockets because the Kings have a 3-2 lead over the Knicks here. Cade Cunningham's gonna kick it out to Mac McClung. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody comes at a screen. He's gonna kick it out to Anthony Edwards. Back to Mac McClung. The contested mid-range over Sexton, and he's gonna miss. Mo Bamba gets the rebound though when he gives the Knicks the lead. Jalen Green's gonna use the screen. He gets an open 3. I don't know why he took the step back one. He's gonna miss, and the Knicks grab the board. They're gonna slow down the break. Cade trying to get past Hallie. I don't know what he's cooking. He gets a turnover. Less than a minute to go. Hallie finds Marvin Bagley wide open, and his 3's off. That's a big miss with not a lot of time left. Cade's gonna ISO on Hallie, trying to get by him. He's gonna take the hop step layup, and he gives the Knicks a 4-point lead. 28 seconds left for the Kings to pull something off. Jalen Green to Bruno Fernando. Back to Jalen Green. He makes it a 2-point game. But now the Kings have to foul. We have Mac McClung at the line. He knocks down his first free throw, and to put the Knicks up 4, his second one's good. The Kings have 22 seconds left. No timeouts. Down 4. Jalen Green trying to pull something off here. He finds Colin Sexton with too much space, and he knocks down the 3. They have to foul again, but this time it's Cade at the line. He's gonna sink the first, and to make it a 3-point game, his second second free throw's good. So now the Kings have just 13 seconds to hit a three here. They're gonna go to Sexton, to Marvin Bagley, the three in the corner, he ties the game up. 93% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe to help me hit my goal of 35,000 subscribers. What a shot. The Knicks need to hit a shot here or else this game goes to overtime. Cade on the drive stops. He's gonna kick it to Mac McClung in the corner and he knocks down the three. And with the Kings not having enough time to get a shot off, the Knicks are gonna force a game 7. Mac McClung carried them with 32 points. He might actually win the finals MVP. But in game 7, it's still anyone's game as MPJ knocks down the three. What a shot. That is huge for the Knicks as we're about to hit the 2-minute mark here. Jalen Green's gonna throw down the dunk and Cade's gonna find Kuminga for the dunk. I don't know what kind of defense that was there from the Kings. Jalen Green on the drive steps out of bounds. The Knicks could go up by 8 if they play their cards right on this possession. They're gonna find Keegan Murray, the deep three. He's gonna miss. He was wide open though, so I'm not mad at that shot. But the Kings are still in the game because of that. Jalen Green's gonna pull the jumper and it's off. Keegan Murray's gonna kick it out to Cade on the drive, trying to make a move on Hallie. He goes into the post. He's gonna take the fade and he misses. That's not great. They just keep giving the Kings chances. They find Jalen Johnson and he misses the dunk. At least I think that's Jalen Johnson. It's some Johnson. They're gonna go to Cade on the drive. He takes the jumper and he puts the Knicks up 8. Jalen Green trying to keep the Kings alive. He's in a drive on Anthony Edwards. He bodies him and we have a 6-point game. The Kings are gonna send the full court trap. Mac McClung finds Cade. He just spun whoever that was off of him. He's gonna drive in for the dunk and make it an 8-point game again. The Kings are running out of time. Jalen Green drives once again. He's gonna go up with the layup on 2 people. It's good. But the Kings had to foul. Mac McClung made his first free throw. He missed his second. Jalen Green's gonna kick it to Hallie. I don't know what Hallie's doing. He's wasting time. Jalen Green, the deep three's in and out. And the Knicks are gonna bring this one home in game 7, making Mac McClung a 2-time champion. And Mac McClung is finally gonna win his first finals MVP. That is huge for his legacy. He turned it up in the playoffs and now he's one step closer to becoming the GOAT. But before his 10th season, we have another upgrade to give him, and this time he gets plus 10 to all his shooting attributes. That's gonna bring him from a 90 to a 92 overall, and now he has a 96 three-pointer. And we haven't even touched player progression yet, so he could go up from a 92. Moment of truth, he goes from a 92 to a 95 overall. And it really took getting Mac McClung to a 95 overall, but he's finally an all-star. And him, Jokic, and Cade led the team to the win. And on top of that, he's gonna win his first MVP, averaging 30 points a game. And that's because the Knicks finished with 73 wins. But even with the record this good, they're struggling in the first round. 73-9 to get first round, it is crazy. MVP Mac McClung didn't show up. He had 7 points. But luckily for him, he gets an upgrade. He definitely needs it after that performance. And now he's gonna get +1 to all his shooting badges. Let's see if that moves him up from a 95 overall, and now he's the best player on the team. But he's tied with Caden overall. Let's see if player progression will change that. And it is. He's a 97 overall, making him the sole best player on the team. At the end of the season, James Wiseman's gonna win his 7th Sixth Man of the Year award, and Darren Peterson's gonna win the MVP because the Rockets won 68 games. A year after winning MVP, Mac McClung somehow doesn't even make an All-NBA team. He averaged 25, 5, and 7. And as for seeding, the Knicks are the 1 seed again. Round 1, they have to face the Bucks with Giannis and Bronny. Their team actually looks solid on paper for an 8 seed. The Knicks are gonna go up 3-1 and make it out in 5 though. And round 2 looks even tougher as they have to face LaMelo and Jabari Smith Jr. The Knicks are gonna go down 2-1. That's not great. They're gonna tie the series up though. Game 5, they're gonna win, and game 6, they're gonna advance. But now they have to play Philly, who don't look as good without Embiid. That's good for the Knicks though. I'm not complaining. Game 1, the Sixers are gonna take. Game 2, they blow out the Knicks. They're gonna go up 3-0. They're not gonna sweep. Can we come back down 3-0? We can't. And Ben Simmons might be the GOAT soon. He has 3 championships, 3 regular season MVPs, and 3 finals MVPs. Before the start of season number 12, let's get something good here from the wheel. And this time, we're gonna be able to do any trade. So the way this is gonna work is we can go out and trade for any superstar we want. Ben Simmons wouldn't be a bad shout. He is 33 years old though. Low-key, DeAndre Ayton wouldn't be bad either. He's only 1 year older than Mac McClung. And he's been amazing with the finals MVP, 9 All-Stars, a defensive player of the year. Let's see if we can somehow get him. It's not gonna be easy though. I have to make the salary match. I don't want to trade Cade. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought Kuminga and Anthony Edwards were making way more money. So we're not gonna get DeAndre Ayton. We gotta trade for somebody who's making less. Maybe we go out and try to get Chet. He's only making 22 mil at a 91 overall. I'm definitely gonna have to throw in Kuminga. And then I might also have to throw in Keegan Murray. I don't know how I feel about this though. We could try to throw in Moses Moody. The salary actually matches, but they think they're a championship contender. I can't get him. I'm just gonna wait till the beginning of the regular season because free agency is still going on, so all these guys we can't really trade for. So let's just go right into player progression. Mac McClung stays at 97, but now we have way more options to trade for. The teams are pretty much looking the same. Wemby's on the Clippers, and we're gonna try to get him. Let's see how this goes. Cade, I really don't want to give you up, but we're gonna try try this. Let's see what they say right off the bat. Oh my gosh, they consider him untouchable. So Wemby's unfortunately off the table. And honestly, I'm not seeing that many trades that look good, so I'm going to pull up Trade Finder to see what we can find. We might have to do this trade just for a position swap. This trade actually looks really good. I know Malawach's averages aren't that crazy, but he is an amazing defensive big man, and he's good at rebounding. He's 7'2". I think we could use him. And after looking through everything, this is my favorite offer, so Malawach, welcome to the team. Now we have an amazing starting five of Mac McClung, Anthony Edwards, Cade, Keegan Murray, and Malawach. And off our bench, we have Moses Moody, Mo Bamba, who's back on the team. Yeah, he was on the Knicks a couple years ago. Then we have OG Anunoby on the Knicks and Jalen Smith. On paper, this team looks good, but let's see how good they can actually be. Mac McClung's gonna make his third All-Star game. He's an All-Star captain, and you know he had to draft his teammate Cade. He's also gonna make the three-point contest. Let's see if he can redeem himself after losing 4 straight dunk contests earlier in his career. Mac McClung's gonna ball out in the first round to make the final, and both guys put up 22, so he just needs 23 or more to win. Here goes nothing. Mac McClung's first shot. He's gonna make it somehow. He hasn't missed yet. He's made 3 straight. He's gonna make his 4th shot. Can he hit the money ball? He can. So he's off to a great start. Now he has his money ball rack where he ironically misses the first shot, but he's gonna make 2 in a row after that. He misses the 3rd one, and his last money ball's good. Let's see if he can hit the deep ball right here. He misses, but he's still looking good at 13 on the top of the key rack. He's gonna make the 14 shot and 15 on the money ball for 17. His second deep ball. He's gonna knock it down, and now all he has to do is hit 3 more shots, 2 more shots, 1 more shot for the win. He's gonna miss, but he has plenty more balls, and he's gonna win the 3-point contest. That's crazy. He won on the second to last rack. Kyrie in a Pels jersey is kind of nasty, not gonna lie, and him wearing the number 4. So Mac McClung's finally gonna redeem himself, winning the 3-point contest. He's not an All-Star Weekend fraud anymore. Well, I mean, he's 1-4 in events. He kind of is. And in the All-Star game, he's the best player on his team. He's gonna lead his team in scoring, but unfortunately, they're gonna lose. Cat went off. And Mac McClung's able to win his second MVP, averaging 34 and 9. James Wiseman is still at it with his 6th man of the year. And the Knicks finished with 66 wins as the 1 seed. That's crazy. He didn't even make All-NBA last year, and now he wins his 2nd MVP. Cade's also on the All-NBA first team. This season, he averaged 29. We got a really good duo out in New York. Let's see if they can win a championship. They're down 2-1. That's not a good sign. They're gonna go down 3-1 to the 8th seed. Please force a game 7. They do. Okay, thank goodness they locked in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. They're not going to lose to a play-in team. That would have been bad. And Anthony Edwards led the team in scoring. Kind of sad he hasn't really progressed like in real life, but he's still solid. On to the 2nd round. They have to face DeAndre Ayton again. I don't know how this series was easier than the first one. They're going to make the conference finals. And instead of Philly, they have to face the Nets with Trey Johnson now. This is our first time seeing the Nets where Mitchell Robinson's not their best player. The Knicks are going to go up 2-0, though they can't go up 3-0. But they're going to go up 3-1 by blowing out the Nets. They're back in the finals, and they have to face Darren Peterson. These are insane averages from both of them, but the Rockets look nice. They have Mobley at the 5. He's a 95 overall, and the Rockets are just simply the better team. They're going to beat the Knicks in 5. And that's going to move Mac McClung's finals record to 2-1. But he could continue to get better with this next upgrade, and it looks like he's going to get +10 to his defensive attributes. And that's going to move him from a 98 to a 99. He could still be getting better from player progression too. I guess he's a 98 now, what the heck? But he can't even defend his 3-point championship. He's not even gonna make it to the final round. In the All-Star game, his team's gonna lose again because Cooper Flagg went crazy. We gotta get him better at drafting his team. But let's see if he can win MVP number 3, and he does. Let's see if they can actually win the finals this time. It looks like they're at least gonna make the conference finals pretty easily. Oh no, what's going on? What is going on? They're gonna make it out in 6. That scared me a little bit there, but now they have to rematch the Nets. Low-key, the Nets look like they're a better team. They're gonna take game 1 and 2 on the road. The Knicks are gonna win game 3 by just 4 points and tie the series up. But in game 5, we're all tied up with 2 minutes to go. Mac McClung knocks down his first free throw, and his second one puts the Knicks up 2. Rob Dillingham looking for Trey Johnson coming off the screen. He's gonna use another screen from Mitchell Robinson. He misses the 3. Mitchell Robinson, the offensive rebound, and Malawach gets the block. That's exactly why we got him on the team. On the break, they're gonna find Cade back to Malawach in the post. He's gonna take the layup, and he's fouled by Mitchell Robinson. I don't know how good of a free throw shooter he is. The first one misses. That's not great. Let's see if he can at least make one, and he does. Now we have Anthony Edwards trying to guard Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson's gonna cook him and make the layup. But now it's up to Mac McClung to lead this team. He's gonna get an open three, but it's off. That's a big miss with a minute to go. Trey Johnson trying to get past Anthony Edwards. He kicks it out. Kareem Lopez has Trey Johnson coming off the double screen. He gets an open mid-range, but he misses. Under a minute to go. Anthony Edwards is gonna slow down the break. They go to Mac McClung on the drive, trying to make something happen. He's getting clamped up by Rob Dillingham right here. He's gonna go to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray swings it back to Mac McClung. The open three, it's off. They gotta start knocking down their shots because now the Nets have a chance to take the lead, and they do. 30 seconds to make something happen. Mac McClung uses the screen for Malawach. It doesn't get him an open shot. He has to make things work by himself. The behind the back, that's a nice move, and he puts the Knicks up. But the Nets potentially get the last shot here with 17 seconds to go. Trey Johnson's gonna chew out the clock. Game 5 on the line. He gets an open three, but it's deep, and he's gonna miss. All Malawach has to do is knock down both free throws. Last time he went 1 for 2 at the line, and this time he makes both. So now the Nets technically still have a chance. They have to make a full court shot, and the Knicks go up 3-2. That is a big win. Mac McClung led the way in scoring. We're not gonna look at that shooting percentage. That is terrible. But in game 6, this one was all Brooklyn as they're gonna force a game 7. I don't like the look of that. Anthony Edwards and Cade led the team in scoring. Mac McClung only had 19. And in game 7, they had a rough second quarter. I don't know how they lost this game. Mac McClung showed up, but I can't really say the same for the rest of the team. And pretty much the only help we can get Mac McClung is his upgrade at the beginning of every season, and he's gonna get +1 to all his playmaking badges. And with that and player progression, he's a 99 overall. And Mac McClung's gonna add on to his resume by winning his 4th MVP and 3rd in a row. And the Knicks won 73 games. Hopefully he can win another championship. With the record this good, the Knicks have only lost 1 game en route to the finals. And they get a rematch against the Rockets, who have Cooper Flagg now. I'm scared to check. Don't tell me they have Cooper Flagg and Darren Peterson. They do. So they have a 1-time MVP and 2-time finals MVP. And then they have Cooper Flagg, who somehow hasn't made an All-NBA first team yet. Okay, maybe I'm stressing for nothing. Don't get me wrong, he's playing good, but he's definitely been pretty underwhelming for a 96 overall. Maybe I'm just coping. Let's see how this goes. Game 1, the Rockets take by 4. The Knicks tie the series. And in game 3, the Rockets take again. It's a blowout. The Knicks tied up again. Game 4, the Knicks put up 163 points and went into overtime. Darren Peterson dropped 35. Cooper Flagg had 32. And for the Knicks, oh my, Mac McClung dropped 60. He's averaging 41 in the playoffs. Let's see if he can keep things up in game 5. And with just 2 minutes to go, the Knicks need to lock in. Julian Strawther goes to Mac McClung to Cade on the drive. What is he doing? He had an open layup, but he finds Anthony Edwards and he knocks down the 3 for the lead. If he missed that, I was about to be pissed because he just passed up a wide open layup. Franz is going to go to Christie. I don't know if that's Max or Cam Christie. I think it's Cam Christie. But anyway, he's going to miss the 3. Mac McClung slows down the fast break. He's going to go again. He's going to try again with the Euro step layup. He passes out to Cade for the 3. It's in and out. Malawach is struggling to get the board, and Cooper Flagg gets it. The Knicks are still up by 1 though, so that's a good sign. Cooper being guarded by his college teammate Malawach. He's gonna use the screen. He gets an open mid-range and he ties the game up. Mac McClung is gonna find Malawach though. He's left open. The Rockets tied the game for like 0.2 seconds. They're gonna throw a turnover. And with 30 seconds to go, let's see if they can make the right play here. They're gonna kick it to Mac McClung in the corner, and he throws down the poster. That was an insane dunk with the Knicks being up 4 now. They're gonna, oh no, they played terrible defense. But luckily the Rockets missed and they have to foul now. Malawach knocks down both free throws, down 6. The Rockets need to do something huge here. Cooper Flagg finds Christie open in the corner. His 3's good. This time Anthony Edwards went to the line. He missed his first free throw but made his second. The Rockets find Cooper Flagg. He's gonna miss the 3. And the Knicks are gonna go up 3-2 in the finals. And in game 6, the Knicks are gonna dominate in the 4th quarter, making Mac McClung a 3-time champion. And Mac McClung's also gonna walk away with his 2nd finals MVP. He put up 55 in a closeout game. And to win the finals MVP, he averaged 41 in the series. But Mac McClung's not done getting better yet. We have a few more upgrades on the wheel for him, and this time we get to do another trade to help the team out. And low-key, because Keegan Murray's 33 years old, I kind of want to do this trade to get Baba. I feel bad getting rid of Keegan Murray though. He's been really good for us and he's been on the team for 11 seasons. But I gotta do what I gotta do. We're gonna go for the youth movement and trade for Baba. He's an 86, so he's worse than Keegan Murray, but honestly, even if he doesn't get better, I think this is a plus because Keegan Murray's probably gonna get worse. They put Mac McClung back in the 3-point contest and he just barely makes the final. And with Cade being the last one to go, Mac McClung is currently in the lead. So at least one of the guys on our team is gonna win the 3-point contest. This is like when Clay won the 3-point contest and knocked out Curry. If you know, you know. Cade just had a terrible rack. He knocked down the deep ball though. He's gonna do pretty good on his money balls. He's gonna miss his second deep ball. But even if he hits all these shots, he can't win anymore. So Mac McClung's gonna become a 2-time 3-point contest champion. Kind of crazy. He's better at the 3-point contest than the dunk contest. And at the end of the season, he's going for MVP number 5. He wins it. He's starting to make his way into the GOAT convo with more MVPs than LeBron, but he's definitely still behind Jordan, who has the same number of MVPs as him, but 3 more championships. The Knicks are pretty consistently making the conference finals. They have to go up against a 7th seed. On paper, they don't look that good. Don't get me wrong, they have 2 90+ overalls, but they also have 2 70s in the starting lineup. And yeah, I don't know how the Pistons got here. The Knicks are back in the finals. They have to play the Thunder, and they look really good with 3 90 overalls who are all young. But after starting the series up 3-0, the Knicks are going to win in 6, making Mac McClung a 4-time champion. And he's going to add to that by winning his 3rd finals MVP. So now at the very worst, he's the 4th best player of all time. He just averaged 45 in the finals, and now he has the same number of championships as LeBron with 1 more regular season MVP and 1 less finals MVP. But he's behind MJ and Kareem by 1 regular season MVP, 2 championships, and 3 finals MVPs. So he's definitely behind Jordan. He's the 2nd best player of all time at the very best and the 4th best all time at the very worst. And we get to make him even better with the wheel. At this point, we only have 4 more upgrades. We're going to get +10 to his playmaking. That's not going to do much because most of his playmaking stuff was at 97 already. And I'm surprised most of the people on the team are staying around the same overall. Anthony Edwards only drops 1, Cade goes up by 1, and Mac McClung stays the same overall even though his athleticism is starting to drop. And why is it that every time Mac McClung wins a 3-point contest, he can't defend his title? And Mac McClung is still going strong. He's going to tie Jordan and Kareem in MVPs. The Knicks are the 1 seed yet again, finishing with 68 wins, and they're going to make it back to the conference finals no problem. They have to face the Trey Johnson-led Nets team again. The Nets won game 1, but the Knicks take a 3-1 lead. They're back in the finals, and they don't get a rematch against the Thunder because the Clippers beat them. But now they have to face Wemby, and their team looks really good. And with the series being tied at 2, the Knicks are going to dominate to go up 3-2. Mac McClung had a 38-point triple-double, Cade had a near triple-double, and Wemby dropped 39, but the Knicks had way more help. 4 people dropped 25 or more. And the Knicks are going to do it as Mac McClung wins ring number 5. He's going to pass LeBron in championships and tie him in finals MVPs, making him the 2nd best player of all time. Ben Simmons is going to retire with 3 championships, 3 finals MVPs, and 3 regular season MVPs. I really thought he was going to have a better career than Mac McClung. And at this point, we have 3 upgrades left on the upgrade wheel, but when we run out, I have something up my sleeve. And this time around, we're going to get +10 to Mac McClung's athleticism. That's pretty big because at this point, he's 35 years old and all his athleticism might start to drop soon. Wow, we drafted Salon so many years ago with the 11th pick. He's finally back on the team after like 10+ years. And with Mac McClung's new upgrades, he's going to win MVP number 7. 6 in a row is crazy, and he just broke the record for the most MVPs in a career. The Knicks win 66 games this season, but it's not going to be as easy for them to make the finals. They're going to go up 3-2 against the Hawks and make it out in 6. In round 2, they have to face the Bulls with LeBaron Philon and Mitchell Robinson. They have Cam Whitmore too, but that's not enough. The Knicks aren't going to sweep. Can they gentlemen sweep? Okay, I don't know what's going on. The Knicks make it out in 6, but now they have to face this Nets team. I feel like they meet up every year in the playoffs. They have a solid team. I don't know how the Knicks are up 3-0. They're going to sweep surprisingly. And in the finals, they have to go up against the Thunder. And the Knicks are on a roll. They're going to beat the Thunder in 5 and win their 4th straight championship. So that makes Mac McClung a 6-time champion, tying Jordan, but he's still at 4 finals MVPs as Cade's going to win this one. At the start of season 18, we have 2 things left on the wheel. We're going to get +10 to Mac McClung's finishing. Season number 18, Mac McClung's going to win his 8th MVP, and the Knicks win 70 games. I thought they would make the finals easily, and in game 7 against the Nets, it looks like they're going to complete the comeback to move on to the conference finals. Cade and Mac McClung carried the team, and in the conference finals, they're going to make it out in 5. They have to play the Thunder. The Knicks are just too good though, as they're going to take down the Thunder in 5, and Mac McClung passes Michael Jordan in championships. 7-time champion is crazy, and he's going to walk away with finals MVP number 5. This season, we don't even need to spin the wheel. We're going to get +10 to Mac McClung's rebounding. Anthony Edwards is dropping all the way down to an 83. He still hasn't gotten worse though, and even though his overall's dropping, I feel like I can't trade him. He's won 7 championships with us, and he was our first draft pick after Mac McClung. They put Mac McClung back in the 3-point contest. Let's see if he can improve to 3-0. He's going to hit all his money balls in the first round. He hasn't missed yet. How many shots can he make in a row? He is going off. He made everything on his first 2 racks. He's going to miss the deep ball, but when is he going to miss his first actual shot? Bro, that's 12 in a row. That's 13 in a row, not including the deep ball. 14 in a row, and he hits the money ball. That's crazy. The deep balls are the only things he has missed. This performance is insane. Finally, he's going to miss right before the last rack, and with a score of 30, he should make it to the 2nd round. Him and Cade are both going to move on to the 2nd round, and to win his 3rd 3-point contest, Mac McClung needs 26 points. He started off kind of rough, but he's been hot since that first rack. This one's going to come down to the wire with the 2nd to last rack. He can finish with 23 points, but he doesn't. So now he needs to make take all these shots. The first one's good, the second one misses, third one's good, he can't miss anymore. The money ball for the tie, he's gonna miss, and Cade Cunningham wins. I can't even be mad because it's another Nick, but he should have went 3-0 in the three-point contest. And Mac McClung might be cursed. I've been simcasting every All-Star game since he's been the captain, and they haven't won once. And it's crazy because he leads the team in scoring every time. I just want to see him win an All-Star MVP. He's made 10 All-Star games. I think 9 of those he was the captain in, and he's really 0-9 in those games. But hey, we're not going to let that ruin his legacy as he wins MVP number 9. Knicks are the 1 seed just like they are every season. And on their way to winning championship number 6 in a row, they're going to sweep their way to the finals. They have to go up against a 6 seed, and they look nice. They have Cameron Williams at center, who finished 2nd in MVP, and then they have 87 overall Darius Acuff Jr., 90 overall Elijah Arenas, and 88 Ace Bailey. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how this team was a 6 seed. Maybe they made a midseason trade and they were just bad towards the beginning, but they don't even put up a fight as the Knicks win championship number 6 in a row. So that makes Mac McClung an 8-time champion, and he ties Jordan by winning finals MVP number 6. Those rebounding attributes helped. He almost averaged a triple-double. Back to the upgrade wheel we go. It is completely reset after spinning through everything one time around, and this time we're gonna get +1 to Mac McClung's shooting badges. And at the age of 39, Mac McClung's finally gonna win his first All-Star game, but he's not even gonna win the All-Star game MVP. Cooper Flagg is. We waited all that time for nothing. That's crazy because every other year he's led the team in scoring. Low-key, he could have won the All-Star game MVP if Cooper Flagg didn't have 5 steals. But either way, he's not gonna let that stop him from becoming the GOAT. He just won his 10th MVP. The Knicks won 65 games, and at this point, all he has to do is win one more Finals MVP to pass Michael Jordan. He got Michael Jordan beat in championships and MVPs, but they're tied for Finals MVPs. But it looks like the Knicks aren't gonna win championship number 7 in a row unless they get real lucky. Oh my gosh, they're actually doing it. They had an amazing first half, and they're gonna come back down 3-1. I did not actually expect that. Mac McClung went crazy. They should not be here right now. They're going up against a 6 seed in the conference finals. They're gonna take a 2-0 lead. The Magic win game 3. The Knicks are gonna go up 3-1, and they're back in the finals. They have a rematch against the Suns, who go from the 6 seed last year to the 3 seed this season. This year we have a different outcome though. The Suns are gonna take game 1. The Knicks tie it up with a blowout. Anthony Edwards dropped 45, Mac McClung 42, 8 and 10. Let's see if they can go up 2-1. They can, but they're not gonna go up 3-1. The Suns are actually a competent team now, but in game 5, the Knicks are gonna blow them out to go up 3-2. Mac McClung had 43 and 12. Baba went off, and in game 6, the Knicks win championship number 7 in a row. They shouldn't have even been here in the first place. So Mac McClung's gonna win championship number 9 and Finals MVP number 7, officially passing Michael Jordan and becoming the GOAT. But in Mac McClung's final 5 seasons, he won MVP number 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, championship number 10 and 11, Finals MVP number 8, three-point contest number 3, and All-Star MVP 1 and 2 at the ages of 40 and 41. He's gonna retire at 44 years old with the best resume ever. He not only dropped 75 in a game once, but he by far had the most points of all time and the most threes, while having the 3rd most assists and 3rd most steals ever, and only trailing Wilt in 40, 50, and 60-point games. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see me upgrade Mac McClung for every dunk he gets, click the video on the screen right now.